game review. Yeah, that's right. Not really a game review, but something along the lines of that. More like a game analysis. Not as deep as first impressions, kind of. Even though I played way too much of Apex Legends already. I will be giving you my thoughts on the game compared to other battle royales and whatnot. So, I have played way too many hours of this game because it's not dog shit. Which is surprising for a battle royale game released on day one, not being a horrible pile of ash and shit and feces. That's the same thing as shit, but you get the point. To have something so polished come out of the blue, just be like, hey guys, we're gonna announce a game. Here you go. And it be an extremely fun, unique in its own ways. Of course, it's all the battle royale games, they're just battle royales. I mean, there's this, you take your team or your solo and you go and you fight to the death, and there's only one team or solo standing. Same concept here, has some tweaks here and there, but it's enough. There are a couple things to help it stand out from the others. The first is a class. It's more like a hero-based system, more like Overwatch, where you have your passive, your ult, and then your like utility ability or combat ability or something. There are airstrikes, there's smoke, you know, radar pings, which lets you see through buildings. There's a bunch of different things that you have for abilities, and they all work relatively well in certain situations. They have some are more useful for others. I see Lifeline used a lot because she has a health drone that heals people, and then a supply drop that can drop top tier items, you know, purple, which is the highest tier before you get to gold, which is an extremely rare tier. That is, oh lord, which is very hard to find. But you do end up getting it at some points, you know, in certain games. There are a couple other things that help it stand out. There is this jump master system at the beginning of the game where you have one person who's a jump master, which is the person who chooses their character last, because there's a character selection screen. You don't choose your character before. I'm guessing that their idea on this was to help synergize teams, to help create a better team composition instead of just being paired up with random characters, but rather being able to choose based on your team's picks, which is okay, but you don't always get your character, and you know, it can kind of be more annoying when you have the one character you've played a lot and you just don't get it, and you have to switch, and then someone chooses your second, your last to pick, and you get like this turd character that you never wanted to play ever in your entire life. This jump master decides where you're going to drop, and when they jump, your entire team jumps with them, which is 2 other people right now. It's trios, which is kind of, you know, irritating how you can't play solo, because I keep being paired with people who are either new or brain dead to a point where they don't know what a gun is and they don't know what shooting is. I don't know why. I guess it's just my luck, but that's just how it happens. You have the choice to break off from the jump master after the jump, or you can decide to launch solo earlier in, you know, when you're still in the ship flying over the map, which is a great feature, because at first I thought you were locked into it permanently, which would be AIDS, because you have those small group of people who just want to troll and drop you in the middle of nowhere for no reason, or drops you in a hot zone that your team specifically said you don't want to go to. Even the person who dropped, I don't get it. Why would you do that? What's wrong with you? But luckily, you can break off, and that allows for a, you know, diversion to split off to go get different loot in a specific area, or to get away from these dumb cunts who decide that they're going to troll. The other thing that is it is a grace from God himself, is the respawn system, because if you get thirsted right off the bat, you go through like 8 buildings, you come out with a stick and, you know, 1,000 ammo that you don't have a gun to use it for, and you get killed. Your team can pick up a banner, which expires after a certain period of time. I think it's 80 seconds, I could be wrong, which isn't plenty enough time. They pick up your banner, they go to this respawn beacon, which can be used once, so if some teams already use it, you can't use it again, which then respawns you in, so that you're not screwed if you get killed immediately or killed like in the middle of the match or something, which is such a good idea. It's so beautiful. And the thing is it's not like so broken, because you see these ships, you can see the ship coming in, it takes like 15 seconds for you to get on the ship and then drop down, and other teams can come and like gank you while you're in the middle of this, and it's beautiful, because I've gotten so many kills from going to teams who are just completely clueless standing out of this, and you have to do it properly to respawn your teammate without getting murked. And they're spread around the map, and there's not like one every 2 feet, but there's enough where you will be able to find one during a match, unless you're in like the last couple of circles. The map It's okay. It's fun. It's nothing like extremely, extraordinarily special. It kind of feels like a similar biome in a sense. There are a couple like interesting places of interest. That makes sense, right? But it isn't something that I'd say like, wow, this is the most amazing battle royale map ever. I almost said most amazing PUBG map, but PUBG map, I don't like them at all. It's small enough where you can get from place to place. You don't really have to worry about the zone until the really end. And even at the end, you don't really get screwed over by the zone. The gunplay it works. I mean, it's fun. It's easy to use. It's more, obviously it's like Titanfall, but it's nothing's hit scan. Everything's projectile. So I don't know how Titanfall works. Titanfall 1 or 2, because it's been so long since I played it, and I haven't played Titanfall 2 because I just didn't want to buy it because I got shafted by Titanfall 1 being a sack of trash. And these projectiles, you know, they feel like you're some troglodyte slinging rocks across the map. Like sniping, you can see this massive arch. It's not like in like PUBG or something where, you know, you have that distance where you're like, okay, yeah, it's going to drop down and, you know, my AR or something isn't going to be useful. But it's like in my room, if I'm standing here and I try to shoot someone who's like at the distance of that door with some guns, I'd have to like lead in some scenarios. It's to the extreme, which provides a more difficult, you know, experience so that you do have to try a little bit harder. But I think at this point, with the physics of the bullets, it can be irritating because sniping is like impossible because the movement is it's just quick. The movement's quick. You could slide, constantly jerking around. The chance that you're going to hit someone who's moving, you know, sporadically is actually probably zero. It's probably like 0.01% that you're going to hit someone who's moving like in an understandably sporadic pattern to avoid fire in any way, shape, or form. You'd have to get really lucky to hit anybody at all because of how long it takes some of the bullets to just go. Now I've gotten to all the good points about the game, but what about like the butt? What's the butt part about the game? What's the nice big booty of the game? And that is, the thing is that it is published by EA, but the reason why it's such a good game is because Respawn was able to have more freedom on this than they would to have Titanfall 3, and there is a couple things that are issues. The first is the servers are kind of trash. It's not that they have like such a low tick rate that you constantly are getting shot around walls. You know, that happens now and then. It happens at all the battle royales and it's really irritating. But for this game, it seems that like the servers are constantly crashing. They're having this effect at the beginning of the matches where instead of having like rubber banding and this like really like generic lag that you think of, like people like bouncing back and forth, everything's kind of slowed down. You feel like you're running in slow motion. Everything's just in slow motion. And it's irritating, and it happens too often. I would rather have this than the rubber banding and stuff, but you know what I'd rather have than either of those? You guessed it. Neither of them. I know, wouldn't that be beautiful? But you just don't have that. The servers are having some major issues that need to be worked out, but it's not, when they work properly, they actually work properly for the most part. And the other thing, which is the real big but, is the predatory loot box and coin buying system. As you level up in the early stages, you get like a loot box, which are these like spider droids that open. They're their version of the loot box. Everyone has their own different like personification of this, and this is it. It's just this little spider droid that opens. It doesn't really matter what it looks like. It's a loot box either way. And it is strictly cosmetic, which is, you know, okay, it's strictly cosmetic. But as you level up more and more, you start to get less and less as you level up. And I have gotten 1 gold and maybe like 1 or 2 purples, which is gold is the highest. Well, there's 1 above that, but those are extremely rare, and that you get all the heirloom ones in 1 package, which is all for Wraith. But that is beside the point. A lot of the items in the shop are either, right now they're 1,100 coins, and before they were 1,800 coins, and each coin basically represents a penny. Oh no. I'm mentally challenged. No, yeah, it basically represents a penny because you have $10, which you spend, it gives you 1,000 coins. And then of course, as you go up, you get, you know, multiplied. You get the extra free coins to buy $100. But who cares? Who gives a shit? No one wants that. I just want to buy 10 coins and be able to buy stuff. And it'd be nice if I could buy like $3, $5 cosmetics or something like that. Obviously, I'm not supporting EA, but you spending $11 to $18 on skins for 1 character or 1 gun, I think it's just ridiculous. And it is because, first of all, you That's a whole lot of damn money. $18 to buy a gun skin? Are you kidding me? With 3 of those gun skins, I did this. Three of those gun skins, I can buy a full AAA title game. And that is despicable. And the one that's at $11, it's still a whole lot of money. Like I said, like $3 to $5, maybe even like a little bit more expensive, that are fine. But it makes you purchase the next tier of coins, like not the $10, but the $20, so you could buy one item. And they purposely have made it this way so that people spend more money. And that is extremely predatory. And especially when you get less and less loot boxes and you want to like, oh, try my luck to see if I get the good skins. The loot boxes are $1 a piece. And you can buy either a 1-pack or the 10-pack. And obviously loot boxes in general are just trash and nobody wants them. But the way they make it is so that it encourages you to buy these things. It's all cosmetic, but still. Really? How much money does this cost? There is one other way to earn items, and that is using a crafting. To buy characters, you get this in-game currency that you earn every level. I don't know what the max level is, but I'm guessing I'm at level 40, and I've only had enough to buy one of the 2 characters that unlocked. I think like level like 42 or something, I'll be able to unlock 41 or 42. I'll be able to unlock the second character. But if they're coming out with like 8, 10, 20 new characters in the future, and if they cap the level at 100, how am I supposed to buy these characters? Because I need either that or I need the in-game currency. So now you're making it so that you've limited the amount of characters I can buy with my in-game earned currency, which is also obviously predatory because it encourages you to buy the coins. And then like I was talking about, you have this ability to use this crafting material, which is the other way to earn skins and stuff. And like the lower tier stuffs are fine. Stuffs. Yeah, whatever. The lower tier stuff is fine to buy because it's like, 50 crafting material, 150, 300. I'm at like 400 crafting material and I've opened like 20 some loot boxes and that's really not enough. A legendary item costs 1,200 to buy, and that's probably going to take me like up to like level like 60, 70, 80 just to unlock one golden item, which says like, they're like, oh, just buy the more loot boxes because then you'll just have a better chance of earning it. And that's also another predatory thing that's getting people to buy these loot boxes. So overall, the loot box system and the money system is probably the worst part of this game. And I'm not going to put a single penny into this. Not because I don't like Respawn. I just don't like them enough. Like, I like Respawn, but I hate EA even more. And that kind of sums up my whole argument of this is I can't give EA money because I know they're going to make money off of this because they're the publisher. They're going to make some kind of, fee off of every, dollar someone spends. Can't give them money. And I can't support this kind of microtransaction system. And that's really my only gripe. The game is great. It's just that they have this system that's just, assaulting the players and it's just disrespecting them to a certain extent. I can't support it. So if you guys did like this video and you want to see more like this, go ahead and hit that juicy subscribe button down below as well as the notification bell, which is right next to it. If you did like this video, go ahead and drop a like down below. If you didn't, you know what to do. I hope to see you guys in the future on more talk, discussion videos, and some gaming visits as well. Then that will include Apex Legends and the end of Blacklight Retribution, which I should be getting out sometime after this video. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me and the views and the subscribers. I appreciate all of that, and I will catch you on the next one.